So I was just scammed for about $500 buying an NFT on Opensea. And if you want to avoid making the same mistake that I did, you're going to want to stay tuned and we'll share all the tips and strategies of how to prevent yourself from losing money buying fake NFTs. How's it going? My name is Eric, the Modern Mystic, and my objective is to help you find freedom and abundance. And right now, the big talk of the town is NFTs or non-fungible tokens. And I've been in this space, and I've been in this space for about a year. And I've made some big wins and some big losses, and I wanted to just share some of my experience to help you navigate the process. Because we're really in a time right now where there's transformational wealth that can be made from NFTs. There's a certain amount of degeneracy, right? There's a certain amount of gambling aspect of NFTs, which I'm not really going to touch on because that is everyone's specific own objective. But I just want to talk about how to protect yourself when you do transactions on OpenSea. So if you're not familiar with NFTs or OpenSea, NFTs in general are a non-fungible token, which a lot of folks are associating right now with artwork. Now, a lot of folks come and they ask me, they say, Eric, how do you buy an NFT? And there's a couple of different ways of doing it. Either you purchase the NFT directly from the artist at what they call mint. Mint is basically when you create the NFT on the blockchain and you interact with a contract that the artist has. You exchange Ethereum or gas or whatever, and then now it shows up in your wallet. That's option number one. Option number two, how most people are going to be buying NFTs is on the secondary market. Now, there's a couple of different platforms to purchase NFTs from, things like Rarible, OpenSea, and things like Nifty Gateway. OpenSea is probably the most popular platform right now, and they are just exploding in terms of volume and in terms of growth. Even so much so that it's causing outages and crashes on the OpenSea website as NFT drops happen. So think of OpenSea as almost like the eBay for the NFT space. You could buy all kinds of NFTs there. I mean, let's take a peek at it real quick. You could buy everything from, your typical avatar style thing like gutter cats. You could get like 3D art, all kinds of different things. And you could even buy things like art, music, domain names, virtual worlds, trading cards, collectibles, and all that stuff. So think of it just as an eBay. Now, as an eBay user, I've been using eBay since 1998 when they first launched, and I was one of the first power sellers back then. eBay is just a marketplace, and sometimes they don't have the ability to vet everybody that's selling a product on their platform. And the problem with that is whenever there's money involved in a space or people looking to make money really quickly, you're going to come across a lot of scam artists. You're going to come across a lot of folks that just want to take your money. And so there's a couple of rules of thumb when it comes to work on OpenSea and even just on Discord and all the other places where you normally talk about NFTs. So normally what ends up happening is you have OpenSea interface with your cold or warm wallet or your wallet. So a lot of folks, myself included, use Metamask and then we interface it with our cold wallet, a Trezor. And if this is confusing to you, I invite you to come and check out my Discord channel. This is my little pitch. If you click on the link in the bio below, I have a free Discord channel. I'm not here to sell you anything, but it's conversations on NFT, on crypto space, on entrepreneurship, and just about personal growth, and a great place to continue this conversation that we're having on the NFT space. So if you haven't joined my Discord yet, click on the link in my bio, come and check it out and join the community. Just so you know, this is kind of what it looks like. And we were just talking about a couple of different projects that are launching, and again, this is not financial advice. Do your own research. But one of the members just basically made $8,000 within like 24 hours looking at a project that I recommended. And again, I'm not selling anything. I'm not shilling anything. This is just the nature of the beast right now. So anyway, this is OpenSea interfaces with MetaMask. So anyway, to tell you a story, what had happened was about 24 hours ago, there is this influencer in the crypto space. His name is Beanie, and he's super well known in the space itself. He ended up launching this thing called Bloots, and he created a mint for it. And basically, it's a free mint. You just pay for your gas. Gas is basically a transaction fee for the Ethereum network to be able to make things happen. And gas fees right now with the NFT space are pretty expensive, right? So he was saying basically mint for free. So what ended up happening was just like many other NFTs in the space, they sell out very quickly. So a lot of folks you'll see on Discord or on Twitter, they say when mint, WENMINT is the most common way of saying it, when mint. And so a lot of these mints, for these really popular projects, they sell out within minutes. And this is the exact same scenario that happened with Blute. By the time I saw his tweet, 30 to 45 minutes after he did the mint process, the mint was already sold out. So I was like, shoot, this is such a cool project. I'm going to go on OpenSea and look for Blute, right? So what I did is I just did a search for Blute. And this is prior to the project being verified, right? So right now you see a blue check mark by this. That means the collection is verified. That means that OpenSea has verified it with the creator and they know that it's legit. Now you'll see some other things here that are not Blute related, right? Blute, the real Blute. That's obviously not the real Blute. Blute cock ring, Blute 3D glasses, Blute diamond hands. The challenge with OpenSea is anybody can create an NFT. I'll show you guys another time. But anyone could create an NFT, download the JPEGs, and say it's their NFT, and then resell it on the market. So what ended up happening was when this contract closed for minting, I went on the marketplace and I was looking for Blutes to buy that were, just that close to mint price. And so what I ended up doing was I just started buying Blutes like crazy. And I was only able to acquire a handful before prices really started taking up like crazy. And the moment they ended up on my wallet, I noticed one was a little bit off. And it's no longer in my wallet now because OpenSea has resolved it. But the color was a little bit off. The text was a little bit off. But again, like you're looking at something that is a JPEG. You have no idea if it's true or not. And then, so what ended up happening was I realized I wasted $500 on a fake. And how did I find it out? And this is something that all of us should be looking at when we're purchasing on OpenSea. Now, I know this is a fast-moving market, and sometimes things get sold just as you're figuring things out. But to be really well informed, what you're going to want to do as an informed consumer is you're going to want to look at the contract, the smart contract that is the underlying structure of that NFT. So in terms of Blute, I was able to see that this underlying contract ends in this sequence of B613. What that means is any Blutes that I buy, the details should also show that contract. And the fake did not have that sequence of numbers, which I should have called. Now, some mints are done directly on the creator's website. Typically, you can see the contract address there. And some mints are done straight through the contract, which is you just have this etherscan.io where you're going to interface with it, right? So if you click on this guy, you could see this entire contract. And the original way that this worked is you'd go to write contract and you'd go to claim and you'd put in a token number, write, it would interface your Metamask and you'd pay gas. But when I got into it, there was no available Blutes left because it was sold out. So what you're going to want to do is go to OpenSea when you're looking up your item, especially if it's just being minted, especially if it hasn't been revealed yet. That's where most of the scammers are really fast. There's a lot of bots. Bots are basically robots, these software, these algorithms, these AIs that are creating fake collections and selling a tremendous amount of them. You're also going to see fake NFTs being airdropped to some of your favorite influencers like Alex Becker or JRNY Crypto. And people are looking in these influencers' wallets and thinking that, oh, these are legit projects, so I'm going to be buying into them too. These are a lot of things that we need to be looking out for because the NFT space is really the Wild West. There's a lot of scammers out there looking to take your money. So what I would recommend doing is before you purchase, you're going to go down and hit this tab for details. And you notice the contract address here, it's B613. Now, ideally, you're going to want to click on the entire contract address and make sure it matches up. But the chances of a contract address matching, or a fake one matching the original one, the last four, is almost slim to none, right? If you think of the probability of the number of sequences and characters inside of a contract address. So that's what you're going to want to look out for before you purchase, because you're purchasing with Ethereum and you're purchasing with real money, right? You don't want to pick up a bootleg that you can't flip and now you're stuck with it. That's problematic. So that is probably the best thing to look out for, is when you're looking at purchasing an NFT, figure out as the mint process is going or as you're looking to buy the thing, and if it is not verified, again, if it's not a verified project, you want to make sure that when you're buying, you're just clicking on the verified project. But if it has not been verified yet, you want to validate it against a smart contract address, right? Because if not, you might be taken advantage of. Now, just a couple of other tips when you're in the NFT space. When you're on Discord and you are looking, and you could see I got a ton of all these different channels that I'm talking on and researching. The NFT space moves super quick, and it's really easy to get sucked into this conversation, get sucked into the momentum, and want to take advantage of an opportunity as fast as possible. The only problem is there's a lot of scammers, again, on Discord. They're going to send you DMs like, here's one guy, Loot NFT, or Trapo Farmer, for example. And you could obviously see that I said F you. But he basically was giving us an address to send Ethereum to so he could get part of this airdrop, which is completely illegitimate. So when you're on Discord and people DM you, do not click on any links inside of here. It's just a recipe for a bad time, right? You might get people spamming you on other NFT projects. Obviously, do your own research, and this is not financial advice, but like, you got to do your own research, do your own homework. And when it comes to projects like Loot, like BLOOT or Bloot, you're going to want to make sure that the only contracts that you interface with that might be in the Discord are ones that they usually put up in these areas, right? They're either putting it up in announcements because they're officially vetted, or they're in like a welcome area or something like that. Anything that is in these community areas, there's a lot of scammers out there to avoid. So again, I just wanted to share with y'all a couple of things to consider when you are looking at buying NFTs, especially on Opensea, and how to prevent yourself from losing prevent yourself from losing a ton of money. Again, my name is Eric. They call me the Modern Mystic. I have a completely free Discord. I'm not selling anything, not shilling anything. I just do so much research that I needed a centralized place to put it. And it's a great place to continue this conversation on the NFT space. Click on the link in my bio. I welcome you to come and join us in this conversation. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe, and I'll see you again very soon. I'm making videos on all kinds of stuff. So if you got any questions, pop them in the comments, go to the Discord, and we'll chat again soon. Have a great day. Peace.